Welcome, everyone, to Taipei Discussion and Learning. This is our 100th event, so it's kind of special to have Gregg all the way from Kaohsiung, and he's going to share his story with us and something about the organization that he runs, and also we're going to have a discussion about what that means for us as individuals or as groups of people, communities, that kinds of things. So, Gregg, please.
Sure. Thank you. Guys, it's amazing to be here. You did give me the option of doing a Skype presentation, being here in person. And obviously, my first thought is it's much better just to be here in person and to talk about the story and the amazing charity that's been created out of this. So I do just go ahead and start.
Yes.
Yeah, I also want to tell you guys that this is an altered version of the presentation that I want to do around the country to fit in discussion and just to get your feedback on how I do and how this happens. Andy is my partner for the Senate. It's pretty tall. Because obviously in this country we're trying to. It's obviously. A lot of people think it's based on foreigners, right? Because I am a foreigner. And I don't speak Chinese, trying to learn. So I asked Andy if he could be my partner in the presentation. So I would speak and he would speak to get a much more bigger impact. And also to make the Taiwanese people feel that they are part of this. Because that's the thing about Haxstrong. It's everybody. It's absolutely everybody. Right. So I was awake. But at this time, something was very, very wrong, very different. I wasn't the normal person I'd normally be. Mom, my mother was sitting next to me. What are you doing here? Are we in Taiwan or are we in South Africa? So she looked down and she said, Gregg, that's probably the 5th time you've said that to me in the last 3 days. We are in Taiwan, and we unfortunately had a really bad accident. I wish at this time reality had hit me, but I continued asking this question for the next 3 or 4 days until one day I could start responding to people and understanding what was going on. But still, things were blurry, still very strange. Right? A young man has just woken up from a coma, it's not going to be normal, right? I looked around the room because now I could recognize I'm in a place and I was in the hospital. And next to me was my mother and my brother who had never ever been in Taiwan before. It's a scary thing. You don't want to wake up in the hospital and see your parents and your brother there. And so I continued trying to figure out everything. And I placed my hand on my head and I immediately got scolded. Gregg, don't touch your head. And what is going on? See, they had removed a part of my skull to release the pressure of the brain. Because the brain had been swollen so much that they had to take it off. So as the time went on, I was like, okay, wow, this is pretty crazy. What else is wrong with me? So I could feel that maybe my eyesight wasn't correct. As I hit the car, my helmet had come off and I smashed my face against the car from this side and it burst my eyeball. They had sewn it back together in hopes that I'll be able to see again out of it. But unfortunately not. So I had to get that removed later on. I also noticed that my legs weren't working. I was even told that I probably wouldn't be able to walk again. And the thing about me is that I love sport so much. And I played so many sports in Kaohsiung, cricket, rugby, also African, Australian sports. And I was big into fitness. And to hear that my legs would not work anymore was pretty devastating. So now I've got a hole in my head. I've got an eyeball that's not seeing anything, and I probably won't be able to play sport again, and probably not even walk again. Pretty beastly. I was a big man, about 90 kgs at the time before the accident, and I was a beast. That's it again. And when I woke up, after I woke up, I realized again that I was now 56 kgs. I'd lost a lot of weight in that period of time. And 56, and then I was a mini beast. Still a beast. Right, so all these things were just piling up on me. And hi, I'm Gregg Haxton. And just over 4 years ago, I went out for a normal night with my friends, like every other night, just go out, party, whatever, and decided to get on my bike at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I don't remember this at all, but from stories, people were telling me, Gregg, you can't drive your bike. And I was like, no, man. You know, I'm sure some of you know how it's like, no, man, of course, when you get home, like, that doesn't happen to people like us. That doesn't happen, right? So I got on the bike and I drove off. But I didn't make it home. Instead, I ended up in a coma, barely holding on to life. And it was quite a scary thing. Watching some videos from then of my friends talking about me, saying it's the first time they'd seen a guy that should be dead. They couldn't recognize me. I damaged, half my face was pasted together. Paste? Sewn back together. So with plastic surgery on my face, right? Sorry, it's Stephen, even now when I look at that, I just feel like a very, very lucky person to be able to stand up here and talk to you guys. Through this time, when I was in the coma, amazing people got together to raise money for me and for my family. And these are people that are close to me, right? But also people that maybe I said hello to sometime in my life that I don't really know. It's just amazing how people just got together and they just came together and they raised the money to help my family and to help me. And it was something that made me think at the time, wow, would I have done that for somebody? I'm sure I would have, but to this extreme. So this brought me to the biggest turn in my life. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the Haxstrong Story, and that's not meant to be there. Damn, that came at the wrong time. This is the Haxstrong Story. Boom.
BSDC processor.
Not working. This was the story of the Haxstrong and how people just got together for me and helped me through my hard time. But I'll get back to that later. So as I said, I woke up 3 months later and I felt lost. Put it this way, you live your life, I was 29 when I had the accident, you live your life like that for 28 years. And then suddenly you wake up and you can't remember that person. You don't know how to be that person that you've been your whole life, right? It's a very, very, very scary thing. Because of this disconnection from reality and my physical problems, the first thing I thought to myself is like, I need to go back to South Africa, because that's where I remember Gregg Haxton from being a little kid and doing my life. So I need to get back there so I can be comfortable and hopefully go back into the person I used to be. So with a very sad heart, I decided to leave Hawaii. That's also not meant to be there. I went back to South Africa to my friends. Again, I thinking in my head everything's going to be fine. When I got there, and again, the thoughts in my head was, how do I act towards these people? You see, I damaged my frontal lobe in the accident, and the frontal lobe is the lobe that controls your personality. So you see, that's sort of shattered. And I thought, okay, I'll see my family. Obviously, they were the same. Well, they were the same in the sense that they knew where I was at and they just supported me. Same with my friends. They supported me. That was all amazing. But there was only one thing that was getting to me. I wanted me to feel like myself. So I was back in South Africa at my home ground, and as I said, I love sport. And I love outside activities and indulging in a lot of stuff. So I try to do that. But remember, my legs are not working, my eyes gone, and I couldn't even walk on the rocks to go and fish, which I used to do all the time when I was there. But for me to go and fish, I would have to get 2 or 3 people just to carry me across the rocks, so I could, and then somebody would cast in my rod, and then I could stand there. It didn't feel the same anymore. But I was just trying to, and I'm a big golfer, so I used to play golf, but I couldn't even swing my hips anymore. With all this build-up of everything, with all of this, Taiwan I had to go away from, and now South Africa I have to go away from. Where can I go? I'm lost in the sport. I just wanted to disappear. It became so intense, and like if you had known me before the accident, I was a very social person, and I was happy and I was positive all the time. And I was just trying to get that back, but I just didn't know how to. But so I wanted to disappear, and thoughts of suicide, which is very weird coming out of my mouth, was very real. I started thinking, wow, I fully understand why people want to kill themselves. Like in the old days, before the accident, it's like, come on, man, you're sad. Don't worry about that. Come, let's go outside, let's go party, let's go have a few beers, let's watch your favorite cartoon, whatever, make you laugh. That's what depression is. Depression is just a one-way street. It's a dark cloud. And I was in such a position that I just didn't know how to fix that. Let's fix that. Because constantly there was this love for me. People trying to understand me. People trying to make me feel better. And they were giving me my space, and they didn't leave me alone. And that made me think again, wow, that's such an important thing in life. Like you sort of take it for granted, but you have to be so happy that you have that there. I am so lucky that I have that there. So, positivity became a vocabulary in my life. And positivity can change your life. I suddenly started becoming to feel more positive. And it made me think, because I was seeing psychiatrists at that time. And the one psychiatrist said to me the one day, Gregg, you think your problem is physical or mental? And I was like, oh, come on, man. Obviously mental. Physical, look at me. I dance in the room. Obviously it's not physical. I can do whatever you want, right? Well, with a little bit of hardness, because I couldn't really move. She said, see, that's where you're wrong, Gregg. This is a physical problem. And I was like, I don't understand that. How does that work? So she said to me, okay, let's put it this way. Let's say you break your arm, and you get a cast, right, on your arm. And that's how long is it in the cast for? 6 weeks? 8 weeks, whatever. Okay, then it takes it out, right? Okay, your arm might be a little bit weaker, but then it gets better and it's fine. You didn't break your arm, Gregg. You didn't injure your arm. You damaged your head. And an injury like that could take up to 3 years of getting better. And suddenly, I felt like a whole lot of stuff was taken off my shoulders. There's an end to this problem. Now I had an end. So I thought to myself, wow, if I just continue and try and make myself better, not only for myself, but also for all those people that were giving me all that love, then that's going to be my mission now. It's just to make sure that I make myself better until I get to that stage where my head is better. And I decided at that time, I remember this, thinking of this thought, that I needed a purpose in life. I needed a mission. And my mission in life now was to do what those people had done for me. I was going to do that for whoever else needed that. Because not everybody is like me before my accident. Like, hey, got so many friends, yeah, cool, cool, cool. Some people are quiet, some people don't socialize. But they could get in this position. Who's going to look after them? That's when I started thinking, like, what mission am I going to do? So, I thought to myself, Gregg, never give up. Because everything happens for a reason. And this has happened to me for a reason. And, Chinese. So with this purpose, I decided that, with this person, remember this is the second time I've done this, I'm trying to get used to the slide changes. With this purpose on life, I wanted, as I said, I wanted to help people. And Nelson Mandela, the late Nelson Mandela, one of my personal heroes, I love him to bits, said that everybody can rise above their circumstances and achieve success if they are dedicated and passionate too. So now my passion is to help people, and I'm going to be dedicated to that. So I decided to return back to Taiwan, and what you're looking at now is what everybody created for me when I was in the coma. This is the Haxstrong that was created for me. The Haxstrong created to help one person. So I decided I'm going to convert that into Haxstrong, a group of people helping people that can help anybody. And this was created by one of my good friends as a logo for Haxstrong, for the group. And it's actually amazing. It takes some time to do that. It's quite cool. And I want to show you a quick video now because, as I said, it's not helping one person now. Now, enough about me. Enough about the hacks. Let's talk about the strong. The Haxstrong, the strong. And last year, one of the TV channels, TV, did a documentary on the program, on the story, and they created a video. So I just cut one of the footages that I felt sort of portrayed what Haxstrong was about. You don't have to be an awesome person, you don't have to be whatever, you just have to be a person that cares and wants to join in and help.
We've got one more song for you. Yeah.
Sorry. So I went, the one thing that was big in my life was music as well. And one thing I love about music is that the musicians will sing about their pain and about other people's pain, and you can relate to that. So the one thing I wanted to do for Haxstrong was to create a song. So I asked these guys, and they created this beautiful, beautiful song. This is sung live at our 8th event last year for the documentary. It's sort of working.
Very, very special song. A little while ago, Gregg spoke to us about writing a song for Haxstrong. We've got to know Gregg over the past year or two. Everybody, if you know the song, please join us on stage for this one.
colour you are, whatever. You're never alone. Come together and you can help. And Haxstrong since then has grown bigger and bigger until we had that. Not until we had that documentary created last year, and that's when I realised that this is actually working. This is actually rubbing off on people. I wanted to have a discussion, or I wanted to talk with some people that have been helping with Haxstrong. But I think I don't know. I don't have anybody here, so I'm going to finish off the presentation here. Barack Obama. See, the presentation. See, this is in white, so I can't read what he wrote, and I don't know why it's in white. There we go.
Invisible ink.
Because the quotes I didn't learn, because obviously I was going to read their words, right? But these words of Barack Obama strike a chord with me because it's exactly what Haxstrong is about. And Brock said, the best way not to feel hopeless is to get up and do something. Don't wait for good things to happen to you. If you go out and make good things happen, you will fill the world with hope, and you'll fill the world with yourself with joy. Hope, not joy. But you can read the Chinese there, if that's okay. You see the Chinese there. And then in the presentation, then I'll present Haxstrong's webpage to you to allow you to figure out what you would like to do. As I said, I had an epiphany during my journey that these people did this for me, and now I can do that for other people. But I can't do that by myself. I can tell people they can do this if they want to, and people are joining. And it's just the most amazing thing. The people I meet on this journey is just so incredible. They're going to be my brothers and sisters for life. And it's just so good to see change in the world for the good, right? Because the world is a nasty place sometimes. It's good to have this, right? These are some of the events that we had created. Again, I apologize. These were meant to be shown while I was talking. But it's just the events that we've had since we started 2 or 3 years ago. This is the song. That day, we all got there and we all sang together. And our motto is "You're never ever alone." And I love what I said in the documentary, which surprised me actually, because I was like, yes, Gregg, well done. When I was walking, I said, the simple thing about Haxstrong is that it's so simple. So simple. You're never ever alone. That's it. That's what we are. We make you feel that you're never alone. Right? Not as one person, as a group. Right? And that's I talk like I talk because that's what made me stand here and makes me talk like I'm talking, because it's just incredible how people got together and did that for me. Right? And now we can do that for everybody else. And we will do that for everybody else. So, there's another quote so I can read. Kindness in words create confidence. Kindness in thinking creates performance. But kindness in giving creates love. And again, that hit the nail on the head for me. Thank you guys so much for coming out and listening to my story. I really hope it does inspire you in some way. And we are always here. You are never ever alone. And if you want to do anything, we are registered now. We are legal. If you want to do anything to help anybody or anything, you are more than welcome to talk to us. Just to finish off, 4 weeks ago, 2 Canadian guys came to me and said, "Hey, Gregg, man, sorry, man, I've been out for 2 years. I didn't help out Haxstrong and stuff, but I'm leaving in 3 weeks to go back to Canada. Is there anything we can do?" So I was like, "You tell me, man, what do you want to do? What do you do to raise money in Canada?" So I know, beer pong and those kind of games and those kind of guys. So I was like, well, I I don't really know that. Can you make a schedule and da-da-da-da-da? And I'll find you the place, I'll give you whatever you need to make it happen. And they did. They're like, yeah, cool. Because now they've got something passionate to them, and they're like, yeah, and they know what to do and stuff. And I'm not joking. It was, how long was the event? Anybody was there? I'm sure not. It was 2 hours long, and we raised $17,800. 2 hours. And it didn't even feel like an event to raise money. Just everybody knew they were there to do their thing, and they knew that the money was going to go to the charity, and it was just one of the best things ever. And those two guys came up and they gave me a hug and they said, thank you so much, man. We took that money to an orphanage, we donated it to an orphanage. I said to them, where do you want this money to go? And they said, we want to help children, and we did. So if anybody has any ideas on how to help, you just have to talk to us. We've got the contacts, we've got the places, and we've got the what's the word I'm looking for? The people. Yes, we have the people. Thank you so much, guys.
Take your time and don't give up. You can feel and live again. From the high we go. You're never alone. You're never alone. You're never alone. You're never alone. And we're if you're lost and feeling down, turn around and here we are.
Let's go. Any color or creed, mind over matter, in body and spirit. Your fear will scatter. Hands up, we're in this together.